What's up, guys? Welcome back to Roxy Strier's Bedroom Reviews, and today we are talking about The Way Back. Now, this movie is near and dear to my heart for many different reasons. Number one, I love Gavin O'Connor. I think he is so talented, and he has made some of my favorite movies of all time. Warrior is a top 10 movie for me. It has my whole soul and heart. Miracle is one of the best sports movies ever, and for this movie I was incredibly nervous going into it because it could be 3 for 3 for the sports movies that Gavin O'Connor knocks out of the park, so the expectations were really high. Also, Ben Affleck is somebody that I invest a lot of my time and thought and soul into as a fellow masshole and Bostonian. I really have looked up to him my entire life in terms of his creative, and I just think that how he's opened up about his struggle recently has been really important, and I'm very impressed by his ability to do that. And I think that this movie right now is coming out at a very strange time because a lot of his character in this film mirrors things that Ben Affleck was going through in real life and therefore in the public eye, such as the addiction element of this film that we saw in some of the earlier on marketing with the constant beer drinking and alcoholism that we saw in the original trailer. And all of that aside, I tried to put all of that in a drawer and close it going into this movie because it's so much going in, and I have to be honest with you guys, this movie blew me away. It was poignant and beautiful. It was worth your time, absolutely. It was not it did not remind me of Gavin O'Connor's other movies. Well, in some ways it did, but in the way that it wasn't necessarily as satisfying of a film. And I use that word in a way that means there are some ickier feelings going on inside, and you don't know exactly what you want, or there are open-ended things that happen, and with no spoilers, I felt like I was thinking about this movie for the rest of the day. I was very consumed with the character, with the storyline. The sports element is something that takes more of a backseat in this movie, but does have to do with the way back, and the way back to health and happiness and a life and all of those things that you discover throughout this movie. I thought it was incredible. I think if we were closer to the end of the year, this would be an Oscar contender, and Affleck's performance would be as well. It was eye-opening in a lot of ways, and I think it really trusted the audience because the way that it's shot and the periods of time that are between scenes, sometimes Gavin asks you to fill in the blanks, and you do, because he trusts his filmmaking abilities and he trusts his actors. All of the performances were amazing. Shout out to Todd Stashwick, a friend of mine also, who was in this movie and did an excellent job. But really, every performance was spot on. It felt real, it felt raw. When you're working with younger actors, you don't know how they're going to stack up because, of course, this is a high school team, and you don't know how those younger actors are going to be when they're next to somebody like a Ben Affleck, but they really rise to the occasion. And I think that if you love Gavin O'Connor, if you love Ben Affleck, if you love sports movies, if you love movies about people trying to better themselves and struggling but going on this journey that we call life, then I think you're really gonna love The Way Back. I think this was my favorite movie of the year so far, and I want to watch it again. I have that feeling in my gut, in my core. It touched me in my center, and I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. So thank you for watching my bedroom review. I wanted to give a shout out to my amazing patrons, patreon.com/Roxy Stryer, Anthony Perez, Corey Trainer, Antoine, Jeremiah Price, Tyler Kern, John Gramberg, AJ Lancaster, JD, Lloyd Nance, and Jexy Phoenix. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you so much for being some of my incredible patrons. More Patreon shout outs in future videos. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, watch all my bedroom reviews, and watch my live streams 5 days a week. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time for Roxy Stryer's bedroom review.